Good morning, guys, and welcome back to my channel. So it is that time of year. It's getting a little bit colder. We're getting a little bit closer to the holiday season, and it's been a while since I've done a video sharing with you guys what some of my most worn fragrances are. And over the last few weeks, I've acquired a couple of new ones and had a couple sent to me from companies, and these are the 6 perfumes I have been wearing the most over the last, I would say, 2 weeks to a month. So I'm really excited to share them with you. Before we get started, let me know down below in the comments what has been your most worn fragrance recently. I'm always curious to know what people are wearing and get ideas for fragrances I should check out. And if you're new to my channel, thank you for stopping by. My name's Alithia, and on this channel we do talk a lot about perfume. We also do a little bit of other content like minimalism, decluttering, a little bit of home decor, room tours, things like that. But we do talk a lot about perfumes and body sprays. So if that is something you like, I would love if you would consider subscribing, give this video a like, and with that out of the way, let's get started in today's video. Okay guys, so we're going to start out with my least worn to my most worn. Now this one is one I have not talked about yet on this channel. This is Gucci Guilty, the Diamond Edition. So this one I haven't worn a lot. I've only worn it a couple of times over the course of the last week because Fragrance Spy actually sent this to me complimentary to share with you guys. I will be going over this perfume in a little bit more depth on a video coming out on Thursday night, so definitely keep your eyes peeled for that. This perfume, you guys, is absolutely stunning. As you guys know, I recently did a declutter with my perfumes and got my perfume collection down to below 20. I am not trying to grow my collection currently. It's not a goal that I have. It's not an aspiration that I have. I really have been enjoying having a smaller collection. However, this perfume, you guys, is so beautiful that I have actually put this one on the shelf with my perfumes. I've decided to keep it around for a little bit longer, give it a wear, see if I eventually will kick out another perfume in favor of this one, or if I'll just end up adding this one to my collection. I'm still at below 20 perfumes even with this one. So as you guys know, I have reviewed and owned I'm pretty sure every single Gucci Guilty perfume for women except for the newest releases, just because I wasn't super into the newest releases. They didn't really strike my fancy, and for some reason none of them ended up sticking around. They all eventually did make their way into the declutter bin. Not that there was anything wrong with them, they just all ended up not sticking around. This one, you guys, I don't know what it is about it, but it is so beautiful, and it does smell very, very similar to the other Gucci Guilty perfumes, but this one has sort of rekindled my love for the other Gucci Guilty fragrances. It smells very, very similar. I actually thought it probably had the same notes as the other Gucci Guilties, but when I looked it up online, the Diamond Edition actually does have different notes. So you will see in my video coming up later this week that I was mistaken. I thought that they had the same notes. I didn't actually look. They just smelled very similar to me. I thought this was just a special edition bottle. So the notes that you have in here are pink pepper, lilac, cardamom, amber, and patchouli. So pretty similar to the other Gucci Guilty perfumes. And this is just a really elegant, pretty, everyday kind of perfume, but it also has a little bit of a sex appeal to it as well. I feel like this is the kind of scent you could have for a signature scent. It's the kind of scent you could wear every single day, but it's also the kind of perfume you could put on for a night out, and it does have a bit of a sensuality to it as well. And it's kind of a soft, floral, slightly spicy, kind of an airy perfume with this like woody patchouli depth to it, but it is just a truly, truly beautiful perfume. And as I will be discussing in my video coming out Thursday, I think it's really a shame that they've discontinued a lot of these Gucci fragrances, but I'm not going to talk too much more about this one. That will be coming up in a video coming up later this week. But yeah, I did want to share this one with you because this is one that, although I'm really not looking to expand my perfume collection, I did end up taking this one and putting it on my shelf. Didn't think I was going to keep it, thought I would just review it and pass it along. But I actually really, really like this one. So yeah, this is definitely, this is one of the perfumes I have worn this week. Not a whole bunch. It's not like a most worn or anything like that, but definitely one that I have been playing with, and I really, really like it, and I do recommend. The next fragrance is actually a body spray, and as you guys know, if you've been watching my channel lately, I've been getting a little bit more into body mist and trying out more body mist and body sprays, and this one has been a pleasant surprise for me. I really don't like a ton of Victoria's Secret body sprays and body mists. If I do like any, it's typically usually the Victoria's Secret, not so much the pink. But I'm not sure what it is about them. I just have not found a ton of Victoria's Secret body sprays and body mists that I've really loved, but this is one that I do really like. And this is the Velvet Petals. So I did just get a small bottle. Unfortunately, I'm now wishing I would have gotten a larger bottle. This is just such an enjoyable scent. I don't know how to describe it other than it is very quintessentially girly, flirty, pretty. It's a floral perfume. It's also a sweet perfume. There's a touch of a gourmand quality in here in the background, like a sweet, sugary gourmand sort of. And then there's these beautiful kind of like feminine floral notes as well. Not a whole lot of depth, not a lot of complexity, just a very pretty, sweet floral fragrance. It's interesting that they called it Velvet Petals because I don't feel like that matches the scent in here at all. So when I look on Fragrantica, the only notes that I can see in here are floral notes and praline. I wouldn't have guessed praline, but that must be where that sweetness is coming from. I don't know what kind of flowers are in here. Also on the back, it does say almond glaze. So I think that they are missing a few notes on Fragrantica. But this perfume has made its way, or this body spray, I should say, has made its way into my gym bag. This is actually one of my newest gym scents. You can see that there is a bit of a dent that just happened over the last couple of weeks, which is actually really good for me because, as you guys know, I don't typically wear perfume every single day, and it takes a lot for me to put dents in my bottles. But something I am learning is that it's very easy to put dents in fragrance mist bottles compared to perfume because you do end up spraying so much more. So thank goodness they're not expensive because it's very easy to go through these bottles very quickly. But yeah, I just really, really like this one. This is probably one of the most easy to love / like at first sniff fragrances I've ever tried from Victoria's Secret. I absolutely love it. It's very feminine, very flirty, perfect for the gym because it is girly, it is a little bit fresh, it's floral, it's pretty, it's not too in your face, it's not going to choke anybody out. It's a perfect gym scent. I do like to wear body sprays at the gym, more so than perfume, because I just want to spray on something quick that isn't going to be too heavy for a workout and sweating and being in close proximity with people. And this is that perfect fragrance. And I don't think it's strong enough to last as a perfume. I don't think I would wear this one as like a perfume. This one's definitely better for me for that quick trip out the door heading out to the gym. So, okay, so my third least worn, or I guess my fourth most worn, over the last few weeks is Versace Crystal Noir, the Eau de Toilette. This is one that if you guys have been watching my channel for a while, you know that this was a newfound love of mine a few months ago. This is a powdery, kind of a woody, soft, spicy fragrance with a little bit of a floral component, and it's a little bit peppery. It almost smells a little bit coconutty. It smells almost a little bit kind of tropical, but at the same time, not at all beachy. Not at all like a beachy tropical scent, but there is a cold tropical quality to it almost. A lot of people, myself included, think this is the perfect sort of like sexy vampire scent. It has a very cold, offstandish nature to it, but it is super, super sexy and I absolutely love it. This is also my boyfriend's favorite perfume now in my collection. I think this one is the one he prefers on me more than any other perfume. His reaction when I wear this one is priceless. He loves it. This is a 90 ml bottle. It's absolutely beautiful. I love the shape of the bottle. I love the shape of the cap. It's a very regal, very elegant looking bottle. It has like this multifaceted cap on it, and it has the little Versace emblem in the middle there. Really nice. You do have to be careful with this cap. It isn't on there very well. You are at risk of dropping your bottle if you were to try to pick it up with this cap, so do not do that. And the notes that you have in here are ginger, pepper, cardamom, gardenia, peony, orange blossom, sandalwood, musk, and amber. So actually a lot of notes that I don't usually like a lot of in my fragrances, like sandalwood. This is actually a very sandalwood dominant scent, which is interesting because I don't usually like a lot of sandalwood dominant fragrances. For example, Santal 33 by Le Labo, not my cup of tea. It's way too sandalwoody for me, but for some reason in here it really works. I don't know what it is. It is just incredible, you guys. It's stunning. It's so pretty, so sophisticated. There is also this very strong kind of spicy, like pepperiness to it. So there's cardamom, there's pepper, a little bit of ginger. But really what I think I get the most is almost like a I don't know, I almost smell violet. I thought there was violet in this one, but I get like a purple floral, peppery, sandalwood nature, I suppose. I don't know what it is, but the way they've put it together is magical. There's no coconut listed in the eau de toilette. A lot of people have asked, is the eau de parfum just as good, or which one's better? They're both good for their own reasons, but I have found that a lot of people do prefer the eau de toilette. I don't know what the reasoning for that is. To me, it's almost a little bit lighter and fresher and airier, sort of, although it's not a light, fresh scent. It is still a deep, woody perfume, but it has this airiness to it, this translucency that makes it feel a little fresher. It's such a paradox, this perfume. It's like light and dark, tropical but not tropical, beachy but not beachy, nighttime but daytime. It's very strange. It's a beautiful perfume. It actually reminds me a little bit of Gucci Guilty, because they're both sort of that way. They're both kind of this like dark, spicy fragrance, but that can also be worn for daytime. I typically wear this when I'm going to be spending a night with my boyfriend and I want to smell really sexy. He compliments me on this perfume all the time when I wear it, you guys. He always says, "Oh, you're wearing that perfume." Like he always knows, which is really good, because a lot of times he doesn't compliment or mention my perfume at all, even though I know I smell good or whatever the case is. But yeah, this is a head turner. It's a beautiful fragrance, great for date nights. If you're looking for a new fragrance to wow your partner with, if you're looking for a new kind of saucy perfume, one that just smells elegant but also very sexy, this is a great one. Okay, you guys, so my third most worn fragrance over the last few weeks is KAYALI Vanilla 28. So not surprising, because this is one of my favorite fragrances of all time. It's one of the most beautiful brown sugary vanilla fragrances I've ever smelled. I probably don't need to tell you what it smells like. I think everybody has smelled this perfume or probably owns it. Little side note, the newest one that came out, which is the royal sugared patchouli vanilla from KAYALI, a lot of people were under the impression that was going to be a stronger, more intense version of this. I did not get that impression based on the notes. The notes make it look like a very oudy fragrance. Let me know if you would really like me to get that and talk about it and compare the two. I can do that. But I just knew right off the hop, looking at the notes, that it wasn't going to be for me, because I don't like rum. I don't like a lot of oud in my fragrances. It just looked like it was going to be a very heavy oudy fragrance, so I did not order it. And people that I know who have tried it have been a little disappointed and said that it's not at all like this. It's very, very different. So I would not buy the royal sugared patchouli expecting it to be a more intense version of this, although I can't really say because I have not tried it. I will do that for you guys if that's something that you would like. So getting back to this one, I think the reason I've been wearing this one a little bit more often is because, of course, the weather has changed. It's a little bit cooler out. I was going to say it's darker out now. It's cooler out. We are in full-on winter mode, lots of snow, lots of cold weather. So this has just been the most perfect, comforting scent. I have been really enjoying wearing it. I'm also proud of myself because I am putting more of a dint in this bottle. I am about halfway through, and the juice is this absolutely beautiful, dark, rich color now, and the scent itself is even darker and richer. I do have 2 backup bottles of this perfume, 200 ml bottles, so I really need to wear this one up so that I can break into those ones before they start, getting too old. Such a stunning cap. I actually need to wash it because there's like old perfume on the inside of the cap. Oh, it smells so nice. So the notes that you have in KAYALI Vanilla 28, I will just quickly go over. Vanilla orchid, jasmine, brown sugar, tonka bean, amber, amberwood, musk, and patchouli. This basically is just a stunning, perfect, sweet, brown sugary vanilla orchid fragrance. It is not strictly straight up vanilla. It is not straight up like bakery vanilla. It is very sweet, and it has a floral touch to it, and it has a depth to it, and it's just beautiful, and I absolutely love it. I actually used to have Spiritus Double Vanille. I let that one go and kept this one. So that tells you how much I love this one, because Spiritus Double Vanille is a $400 fragrance that is very highly coveted. And at the end of the day, this was the one I chose to keep. This one is more everyday. This one is more affordable when I run out. I don't feel guilty wearing this one because it's not hundreds of dollars. It's just perfect. It's feminine, it's pretty, it's comforting, it's good for the winter. I never ever regret wearing this. Like, I always am so happy to wear this perfume. I was just waiting for winter to come so I could actually have the appropriate weather to wear it. So yeah. And this one for longevity, not crazy, not terrible. Somewhere in the middle, fine with me. Yeah, so that is my KAYALI Vanilla 28, and that is my third most worn fragrance over the last few weeks. Okay, my second most worn perfume over the last few weeks is Burberry BRIT Rhythm. Now this is an oldie but a goodie. This is one that I actually was not planning to keep. After I did my perfume declutter, this one was I was on the fence about it because it's very nostalgic for me. I really like it, but I didn't really know if it made my top 20. And I really just desired to have a smaller collection to make sure that I would actually wear all of my perfumes. And this one kind of just didn't quite make it, but I also wasn't sure I wanted to get rid of it. This perfume is kind of special to me because I used to wear this when I was younger, I think when my daughter was a baby or even before she was born. So it's confusing to me because on the website it says this was released in 2014, but my daughter was born in 2010. So, and I feel like I wore this before she came along. So I don't know, maybe I was wearing a different version or something. But I'm quite certain this was the scent. Like, I'm pretty sure. Anyways, I absolutely love the scent, you guys. Burberry BRIT Rhythm. This is so good in the fall and the winter. It is so good in the cooler months, you guys. It is just the most comforting, nostalgic. It's just a comforting fragrance. I think because of the scent itself being nostalgic for me, and also because this is a lavender dominant scent, which makes it inherently very, very comforting. So very quickly, the notes that you have in here are lavender, pink pepper, neroli, aldehydes, orris, petalia, blackberry leaf, orange blossom, musk, woody notes of vetiver, cedar, and coumarin. So this is actually a little bit of a spicy fragrance. There is like a fresh woody spiciness to it. There's also a lot of lavender. It is fresh in a sense because it's got those aldehydes. It almost smells a little bit like fresh, clean laundry, but with a little bit of spice added and a little bit of a floral component, and it's powdery. It's like a powdery, fresh, spicy, just cleaned my laundry, but I'm also just super fresh naturally, and you want to be near me. It smells like a posh, clean girl. And it does smell a little bit dated, I will say. Like, maybe I'm biased because it reminds me of like the early 2000s for some reason, the mid 2000s. I should say mid 2000s. So I could be a little bit biased because obviously this takes me back and there's memories and all of that kind of stuff. Let me just take the cap off here. Does have a bit of a plasticky, kind of cheap-ish looking cap, not the most expensive looking cap in the world. The bottle itself is quite pretty. It's got like these multifaceted sort of embossments of the Burberry logo and Burberry branding. Gosh, I can't get enough of it, you guys. I can't get enough of this one. I'm so glad that it didn't sell. I think I have this one posted to sell on Poshmark and it has not sold, and I'm really glad that I couldn't sell it. I was recommending it to people, suggesting it to people. I'm so glad nobody bought this from me. I've also turned a lot of people onto this perfume. I know I've had a lot of subscribers on Instagram and through the comments tell me that they bought this because of me and they were so happy they did. You guys, you can get this for so cheap, especially on the discount websites. It is a steal of a deal. This thing performs. It lasts forever. It's a monster. It will last forever in your clothing. You do not need to spray very much of it. It is an extremely high quality fragrance. It's also currently the only Burberry fragrance that I do have. And my God, it's beautiful. Oh, it's just so like, it's so comforting. It's so nostalgic. It's just like a hug. It's like a big hug from your mother. I don't know. And another funny thing, my daughter says that when she smells this, she says it smells like me, which is weird, again, because I can't quite remember, did I wear this when she was a baby? Like, is she remembering it from then, or does she just associate this scent with like a motherly smell? You know what I mean? Because this does smell very comforting, familiar, cozy, fresh, airy, everyday, not sexy really, just beautiful. It's beautiful. This is a beautiful fragrance. This could be a signature scent. I'm so glad it didn't sell. I've been wearing this a lot more often. like I said. And yeah, you can see that dint. That dint was put in there between last year and this year together, which is actually really good for me because usually it takes me a long time to go through perfumes. That's actually quite a significant dint considering. So I have been just loving this one for the cooler weather. Sorry for rambling on. I know I'm talking forever about this perfume, you guys, but I just can't recommend it enough if you haven't checked it out. It's just so it's just so good. It's so good. And this is an older bottle too. Like, I got this from a discount website. I don't even know what the batch code is on it. It's just holding up so well and it's staying so fresh. It still smells so good and I'm obsessed with it. So yeah, if I had to choose like a few signature scents, this would be one of my signature scents. So, okay, and my most worn scent over the last couple of weeks, probably 2 to 3 weeks since I acquired this, which I can't remember when that was, is Bare Vanilla Golden from Victoria's Secret, a body spray. I cannot believe it. A few things. Number one, like I said, not usually a huge fan of body mists in general, although I'm getting more into them. Not usually a huge fan of Victoria's Secret. And also, I used to have the original Bare Vanilla and ended up letting it go. It just, for some reason, wasn't it for me. For some reason, this golden edition, I am obsessed with, you guys. This, for me, gives me very much similar vibes to KAYALI Vanilla 28. This is obviously a lot less expensive. It doesn't smell just like Vanilla 28, but it has similarities. I believe that there is Vanilla Orchid in here. There's like an ambery touch to it. It's kind of sweet. It's very vanillic. It's very feminine. This one actually lasts a long time, you guys. Even, or especially in clothing, I will spray this on a pajama shirt, which is my favorite way to wear it, by the way, is in the evening on loungewear or pajamas. This thing will linger forever and I will still be able to smell it the next day and the next day and the next day. So this actually has really, really good longevity. And the notes, I can't find the notes online, but on here it says sugared tonka, orchid blossom, bare vanilla at golden hour. So it does have that orchid. Now, orchid is a fantasy note. It's from what I know anyway, don't take my word for it. I'm not an expert perfumer, but it is a made up note in a lab. However, I love the note of orchid in perfumes. And yeah, it does have a sugary touch to it. This, like I said, this is quite similar to me to KAYALI Vanilla 28. Vanilla 28 is probably less musky and more brown sugar, I think. And this one is maybe a little bit more on like that musky, cozy side, I guess. But let's take the cap off here. Also comes in really beautiful packaging. I can't believe that this is one of my favorite scents. This is actually on my perfume tray with my perfumes in my closet, and I reach for this a lot. So there is a dent missing. I don't know if you can tell, it's not a huge dent, but there is a dent, and that is just from over the last couple of weeks. And I just really, really love it, and I get compliments on this one. Yeah, I don't know what it is. I just really, really like it. So this one actually smells to me very similar to Indult Tihoda, I believe, which is a very expensive niche vanilla fragrance, which is very high quality, lasts a long time, and it's like a musky vanilla fragrance. It is what some people consider to be the perfect vanilla fragrance. This one is quite similar. So if you're looking to experience Indult Tihoda but at a fraction of the price, this is a good way to go. And also, like I said, it does have good longevity. And yeah, for me, it's just like a warm, cozy, kind of sugary, orchidy vanilla fragrance with quite a musky undertone to it is how I interpret it. Like I said, the original Bare Vanilla was not my favorite, but for some reason this golden version I'm quite liking, and I really need to try all of the other Bare Vanillas now because I wonder if there's going to be one I like even more, and it just makes me really curious to see what all the other Bare Vanillas smell like. So like I said, a lot of the Victoria's Secret and particularly Victoria's Secret pink body sprays have not struck a chord with me. A lot of them were just sort of okay. But this one definitely has been my favorite discovery as of late, and I'm really, really enjoying it. I'm going to have to do a comparison of a bunch of vanilla fragrances, body sprays, and tell you which ones are the best and worst in my opinion, but this is definitely one of the best. Okay, you guys, so those are my, is that 5 or 6? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Those are my 6 most worn fragrances over the last few weeks. Arguably, probably some of my favorite in my collection. Although the Victoria's Secret Velvet Petals is in my gym bag, not with my actual perfumes, and the Gucci Guilty is pretty new, and I guess you can consider it an addition. And then this strange one that I just pulled out of under my bed. So yeah, really glad I didn't get rid of that one. So yeah, let me know what you guys think if you have smelled any of these. I'm actually quite proud to say that this feels very well-rounded to me. Like, I'm happy to say I have a couple of body sprays. I'm happy to see that I have a couple of like super old cheapies, you know, discontinued. Again, kind of an oldie but a goodie, and then like a little bit more contemporary new fragrance, and none of them break the bank. All of these perfumes you can get for less than $100, most of them less than $60 or even $50, depending where you look, with the exception of the KAYALI Vanilla, which is the only one that's about $100. But these are all very affordable, and they're also beautiful, and I definitely do recommend checking them out if you haven't. If we have similar tastes, I think you would like these perfumes, although they are all quite different. So yeah, loving these, you guys. I'm kind of excited to see what my next month will bring in terms of most worn fragrances. I'm always discovering new body sprays, and please leave me down below any suggestions or anything that you have, any comments. Looking forward to talking to you guys, and that's it for today. Thank you for watching. So that was it for today's video, you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Again, don't forget to let me know down below what your most worn fragrance is recently, and is there anything you think I should check out, and I'll see you guys all very soon in my next one. Bye for now.